Alright, time for our first game of this month's MSEM GP. I'm playing Mono Red Burn against my opponent, who is on Mono Black Villainy, so not the best matchup for me. I mean, I can still outrace them, like if I manage to kill them before they get down Villainy and take advantage of it, but they only have 2 main deck wave of decays. Maybe it's not that bad. Like, yeah, they have 2 main deck copies of this thing. Oh, I have to roll again, right? They're on the play. Oh, this opening hand is iffy. I mean, they're also a card. They're also a discard deck, so I really do not want to go down on cards. But this hand is certainly not fast enough, and also only has 1 land, so I could just get mana screwed. I have to mulligan this. Okay, this hand's quite good. Well, they could just snipe my 1-drop. That's the problem of like if I bomb on the 1-drops. Like find greater purpose. The problem with finding greater purpose is that if I keep it and I sack something important, I mean, maybe it sacks the Neon Cloud function and I do stuff with that, but like, yeah, this is a hard decision here because I want to have 2 1-drops in case I get hand attack on turn 1, but I also want the option to find greater purpose. Do I just put bottom Rogars? But Rogar's really good. I mean, Rogar's not doing much early. Yeah, this might be a mistake, but I'm bottoming Rogars. I'm just testing out how good Find Greater Purpose is. Turn 1, they're going to, yep. I guess if they make me discard Neon Cloud, I do discard that because I don't want to give them too much extra mana. Like if they drop a Villainy on curve or on turn 2, I don't think I can win, so I can't afford to let them do that to me. I wonder if this means that they don't have Exxon, in which case, Bash, interesting. Maybe they have turn 2 hand attack, so they're just trying to do the hand attack curve. Well, I always suit her on turn 1 then. They're going to pass. Alright, interesting. What instant speed removal do they have? I don't think they have any. Do they just not have a 2-drop? Maybe they have 2 Exons? Oh, I'm going to attack first to see what they have. They take. Interesting. Okay, well, they don't have anything, then, I mean, I'll just run out Neon Claw Knight and make a thing. Really, they had nothing on 2. Okay. Well, they must have a Villainy in hand then, if they were to keep this. And yep, that's Villainy down, and I can't really beat them through a Villainy. Unless I, like, run a bunch of damage at their face somehow. Well, actually, maybe I do have a chance, because this is a lot of things. And they are tapped out. They can play down a pretty big Wave of Decay. But that's really everything. They also have a Wrath in their deck. Do I want to play around that? Sort of, but not really. I can find greater purpose now and see what I flip off the top. Is that what I want to do, or do I just want to play what's in hand? So what can I find greater purpose into? Like a land more Neon Cloud? Yeah, I guess I just do this because it's not like I have anything to use the amplify function for, so I might as well see what's on top first. And alright, I mean, I'm not complaining. So where is it? I can't cast from exile. Come on, make me this thing. So let me think. I mean, I always play out the mountain here. And I guess I play Neon Claw and hold up Rogar's Gambit for next turn. Because even if Neon Claw gets swept, I think I'm happy. Or actually, am I? I always attack here, so I'm just going to do that first. But yeah, so my options here are either run out Neon Claw now, or go Rogar's Suitor and hold Neon Claw Knight in hand for after the wipe. And like, how much do I want to play around the board wipe? I think like I'm actually willing to play around it a lot, so yeah, I play out Suitor and I run out Rogar's Gambit on their face. So yeah, let's see how they deal with this board state. Once I get Neon Claw Knight 2 down, 2 Villainies. Can I beat 2 Villainies? Okay, well, that dies, yeah. Once Lemon breaks, oh, they Valdez me and I am empty-handed again. But I still have 2 suitors in play, so that's, no, they Valdez me and snipe one of my suitors. Yeah, I don't think I can beat this then. Maybe I should have ran out my other Neon Claw then. Because yeah, Suitor in exile would also, or Rogar's in exile would also mean that they can't take it. Oh no, that doesn't change anything. Or no, they Valdez me and snipe. I mean, they probably name high and snipe Neon Claw Knight, but then I run out Suitor next turn. Yeah, I think playing out Neon Claw, or no, I play out Neon Claw, they snipe Suitor, I have Rogar's Gambit going on. I think playing out Suitor, Neon Claw would have been better for me then. So the thing is, like, I can still do stuff because, like, I have an amplify function lying around with Rogar's Gambit in graveyard. If I had Neon Claw Knight number 2, like, if I play out Neon Claw Knight number 2 instead of this play, I would have been able to, Rogar's Gambit for, like, Rogar's Gambit, attach Valdez. Yep, alright. Yeah, I think I lose now. I can't beat this. Sure. Or actually, right, okay. So I guess that's how it's going to be stacked. So yeah, I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to keep anything in hand anyways, but. So this is probably about the time where I get outpaced by their deck, that Spanish Companion. If I had Neon Claw, I guess they shoot down 2 Neon Claws instead of the Suitor. I would have +1 Amplify function. Would that have helped me at all? Probably not. Yeah, I think at this point it's pretty much a loss, but I'll just swing a few more times just to be sure. Yeah, I mean this matchup just isn't that great for me if they get Villainy down early. I can beat one Villainy, or I can beat like maybe I can beat a Villainy if they don't get too much value off of it and I have a fast start, but like this happens and I'm kind of out of luck. The good news is at least post board I have accelerating preferences, which is quite good. Do I want to play out this game anymore? Not really. +1, yeah, they go to 10, and I don't think there's any combination of cards I can draw here that would save me. So let's see. Maybe. I'll suspend this thing and see what they have. Like if I top deck, was it if I top deck Brazen Sacrilege, I might have a chance. Yeah, actually, see. Like if I top deck Brazen Sacrilege, how much damage is that? Brazen, Storm Surge, and reprise the Rogards onto it. So Brazen, that's 2, and then that's 3. So that's 2, 7 by base, then +2 from Brazen, so that's 9, 11. Top decking Brazen there would have let me do 11 damage from hand, which is already out of range. So yeah, this is. Actually, maybe this mills me over into. No, it doesn't. Cool. And pass. That's Scorch. Yeah, that doesn't do it for me. I think I'll call it here. So, post board, these guys come in. If I want anything else, okay, so what do I take out? Is Find Greater Purpose good, even? I mean, it does put me up cards. That's something I do want. What's not good? Do I want Hatchfuls? Is that good? Maybe I take out Brazen because it's whatever. Maybe I take out creatures. Do I want to take out creatures here? Like, so post board, they bring in, they get 2 more reduced knots plus 2 more wave of decays. So, like, I guess I take out Storm Surge because that's kind of bad to flip off Prescience. And then I take out like 2 more things. Do I trim creatures? If I have Prescience already, I don't think I need Find Greater Purpose as much. And then I guess I trim like a Tutor because it dies to stuff. That feels incorrect, but not sure exactly how I'm supposed to do this. Maybe Hatsos just isn't that great because I don't have anything to snipe with it, and not like I'm going to. Yeah, it pings something that makes a 1/1, and they have to wait to move on that 1/1 eventually, right? Yeah, not sure. I guess I'll board out one Hatsu. Okay, so I accidentally stopped recording before game 2. I guess I'll do a post commentary here. So I'm not sure if I recorded this, but basically my sideboard plan was to bring in 4 Presciences and then board out some other cards. I think I boarded out the Storm Surges and stuff. I boarded out like 2 Storm Surge and then cut some of the 1-drop burn spells, which might be a mistake because maybe I should have cut Suitor instead since that thing dies before it gets to do anything. But anyways, so game 2, I draw this opening hand. I eventually decided to keep it because I didn't really want to go down any lower, and I was just kind of hoping to top deck an Auxiliary Prescience. And since like my opponent opened with the double Villainy hand, so yeah, that was pretty bad for me. But anyways, so turn 1 I go Suitor, it gets answered by Exeunt, and then I untap, and then actually no, it's my opponent's turn. Oh yeah, so turn 2 I just play a Suitor and then decide to hold my spells because like it's not like I need to run out my spells right now, since running my spells out right now wouldn't actually help me compared to just holding them. Since like I have Presciences in the deck, so maybe I want to be able to cast spells after Prescience if I ever draw one, and also I'm pretty sure I can just run out. I can definitely cast all my spells before the game ends, so there's no reason to run it out early because there might be some synergies that I might want to wait around for. Yeah, so I just play Suitor and pass, and my opponent decides to single target the Wave of Decay it, which I was quite happy about because that means I managed to not let them get full value from Wave of Decay. But then afterwards, I was thinking, like, what do I do here? I think I eventually settled on just running out a single Banished Companion and still holding on my burn spells because I figured that, like, Brazen Sacrilege will buff all my things, so maybe it's better to wait until I have 4 mana so I can run out Brazen plus Scorch plus Hatsos in the same turn. Hatsos will get the extra token from Brazen, or from damage increase from Brazen Sacrilege, and Scorch, and also some extra damage. Of course, like it goes pretty badly if my Banished Companion ever gets, or go. And I was also hoping that maybe my Banished Companion survives until next turn, so Brazen can also buff that. Although I wasn't really banking on it because it's pretty easy for them to kill this thing. And my opponent draws their sure land and drops down Villainy number 1. So at this point, I was really hoping to top deck Oppressions because I know that Oppressions could definitely keep pace with a single Villainy. So then I draw for a turn, and lo and behold, I top deck Oppressions. So I was very ecstatic about this right now, and yeah, I swing first, but I slam Oppressions right away because I want to get this thing down before my opponent has a chance to try to discard it. And my opponent's deck has no way of dealing with Prescience, so I know this thing will stick, and I'm hoping that I still have 3 cards in hand, so even if they try to discard me, I can still play a few spells and try to take up the Prescience. And I know that, like, even though I'm 16 is still high enough where, like, I'm not worried about Villainy just killing me out of nowhere, so I was pretty confident that, like, if I manage to get Prescience up enough, I'll be able to overwhelm the single Villainy and anything they could have. But yeah, turns out my opponent had the second Villainy, so yeah, that did not work out very well for me. So with second Villainy down, yeah, they also get to Valdez me. So yeah, with Valdez name's low. Oh, actually, I need to like scroll this down. But yeah, Valdez name's low, and now I have to decide between either Hatchels or Scorch. And I think my thought going into this was like Brazen plus Hatchels actually puts 2 guys on board, so normally it would be better. But the thing is, I don't really want to put Creature on board because it gives them targets for Villainy, and I don't really want to opponent's targets for Villainy because I feel like if I get Prescience high enough, it can just flip enough burn spells where I can kill my opponent without having to ever put up a board. After some thinking, I eventually decided to pitch the Hatchels, and also because Hatchels does reprise, so eventually it'll be useful again. Then I draw for a turn, and I flip a Banished Companion. And at this point, I just I forgot what I did here, but there you go. Yeah, I went for Brazen plus Scorch because I don't want to give my opponent a Villainy target because if things die, then they get to draw cards off Villainy. So, but at this point, I'm also realizing that since they have 2 Villainies out, they deal 4 damage every time they cast a non-creature spell, which means that I'm dead to 3 spells. So it's very likely that I just lose here, and I sort of accept that yeah, I'm probably just going to die in 2 turns. And then, but then somehow my opponent plays an Infectious Eagle, and then I realize, wait, so that probably means that they don't have any black non-creature spells. But like, look at their hand now. Yeah, they were holding a Wrath, so of course they didn't want to play it. But so they flip a Rogar's Gambit off Infectious Eagle, which is pretty good for them. And then I flip a Neon Claw and Auxiliary Prescience off the Prescience, and then I draw another Prescience. So yeah, certainly not good draws for me because I very much just only want a single Prescience taking up at this point. I don't really have the time to play out multiple Presciences. And now that Prescience has clogged up 2 of my draws, and I still haven't hit my my 4th land yet, I'm kind of like panicking. So of course, like the obvious play here is to just play on these 2 guys, and I do that because I want to take up my Prescience, and I also need to put down chump blockers because yeah, the Eagle dealing 4 to me will mean that Villainy clock gets even faster. So I put down these guys, fully expecting to chump with one of these guys. And I also choose reduction function on Neon Claw Knight. I said previously that reduction function is basically like not choosing amplify function is wrong in 99% of the cases. This is a 1% of case where you're kind of stuck on mana and you have a prescience going already, so you don't actually care about how much burn you have, or because you know that you basically have infinite burn if prescience goes off. So you might as well choose reduction here to help you cast anything you flip off prescience. Anyways, the opponent plays Rogar's, blows up the Neon Claw Knight, and so now I'm expecting, like, if they top deck any black non-creature spell, they can just play it and clear out the Banished Companion and swing with Infectious Eagle. But instead, and turns out my opponent did draw something. But then my opponent just decides to play Eagle instead, which actually, yeah, makes sense because I'm going to chump here anyways, and then they might as well play out Eagle here to spend all their mana. And they have me, like, dead to reduce Knot anyways. But yeah, so they Basalt Charm my face too, just for good measure, because they got some good Eagle flips and whatever. And then Prescience, I flip some lands finally off Prescience, and then just some creatures. I did not flip any burn. Like, if I managed to flip burn off Prescience, I was fully prepared to just send some burn spells at the Infectious Eagles. Like, if I flipped the Scorch off Prescience, I would, and I mean, if I flipped the Scorch plus a land off Prescience, I would have been able to Scorch Rise Hatchels onto it, and then kill one with the reduction function, then kill one of the Eagles and put up a bunch of guys for the second Eagle, although I still die to Villainy to the faces. Yeah, since I didn't have that, I just need to play out 2 guys to chump block the eagles, and well, my opponent has a removal spell, so I just die here. So that was the game. Kind of unfortunate that my opponent. Let's actually just go back a bit. Yeah, kind of unfortunate that I went all in on Prescience plan, and then immediately drew a bunch of Presciences, or immediately drew 3 Prescience in a row. So and didn't flip anything, didn't flip any burn spells off my Presciences. And then my opponent got double Villainy, but I mean this was sort of a bad matchup anyways, so I'm not too surprised. I mean actually no, Prescience does a single Prescience can actually keep up with a single Villainy. And I think Nyx did note, like, actually kind of funny because we both have 3-mana enchantments that we literally can't deal with, or the opponent literally can't deal with. So as soon as I get Prescience down, I think Nyx actually becomes a beatdown here because if they let Prescience stick too high, then I just flip enough burn spells where I can just kill them from any amount of life total. But Nyx got the double Villainy, which, and then some Eagles too, which let them become the beatdown deck, and I didn't flip anything super great. So yeah, that's round 1. Hopefully I'll get better luck in round 2. And yeah, thanks for watching.